even near a roller coaster. Spectacular fireworks display right on Cedar Point Beach at dusk out there in Sandusky. More info at cedarpoint.com. A couple of passes for you. Good luck. 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007.
Did you miss us? 'Cause we missed you. Well, not Jerry from Willoughby, but the rest of you.
The Alan Cox Show.
On 100.7 WMMS.
Got another $1,000 for you in about 5 minutes, 5:30. It's going to be that next keyword. For you to get some cash courtesy of the Buzzard Bookie, about 13 chances every single weekday. You'll hear one of these keywords. They start with Rover, Stansbury's got them, I have them. I think Corey Roddick's got a couple at night too. And you'll get the full Corey Roddick experience tonight as the Guardians game is over. A 10th inning, 11th hour win from the Kansas City Royals, who objectively needed a win. But that adds to the Guardians' loss there. So they'll start up tomorrow afternoon at Wrigley against the Cubs. That game will be on WTAM 1100, as this program will be on WMMS. Tomorrow, our buddy Roy Wood Jr. will join us in here. Always love seeing him. He's doing the weekend at Hilarities. And I'll have another Buzzard bike key for you tomorrow. I will have, what have I got? Well, we're gone next week, so I guess no giveaways for you next week. Alan, I went in the funny bus with Poundcake. His is the one I bought tickets for. Poundcake and McBoyfriend are so adorable. My boyfriend and I had a blast. This is Jerry, by the way. You probably talked to her last night. We surprised, Julia Mary was the comic last night with Poundcake, and Jerry says that we surprised her with how my boyfriend and I met, which was at her husband's celebration of life. Jerry's husband passed away. She met her current boyfriend.
I'm so confused by this.
We've all spoken to her before.
Okay. Her name is?
It's Geraldine.
Geraldine.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. I know her.
Yeah.
Yes.
We've spoken to her before.
She's great. She's wonderful.
My boyfriend and I had a blast on the funny bus with Poundcake. I think we surprised Julia Mary with how we met. Because, you're talking to the crowd and asking things. She said they met at my husband's celebration of life. Think about that. I was reading a thing about here are places you should never hit on anyone. And funeral was on that list. But clearly,
it's happening.
Is a celebration of life the same as a funeral, or is that like the party after the funeral or before the funeral? Or
I think that's
like Poundcake calls it a homegoing ceremony.
So I think celebration of life is after the funeral.
Okay.
So I went to my ex-girlfriend's grandpa's funeral, and then a few months later they did a celebration of life.
Okay. Yeah, 6 places to never, ever hit on anyone. And I think you could make a case that you could hit on anybody at any one of these. Funeral was at the top of the list. The death of a loved one doesn't necessarily turn off somebody's genital function, but it might be good manners to not move in that direction while there's an open casket. The gym. They said, yep, everybody thinks it's a great idea. Never hit on anyone at the gym. But a lot of people have met at the gym. You'll bump into each other at the juice bar, or you're wiping down the machine when they're coming over.
Or you're telling a woman how they're doing the exercise wrong.
That's you're doing
their
that
favorite.
wrong. And then they tell you how you're doing it wrong. And it's just a little back and forth. Mm-hmm. It's a meet cute. MEAT.
Yeah.
Don't hit on anybody at a job interview. You imagine that? Did I get the job? No. Why? Because you hit on me the whole time. Oh, right. I forgot about that. Don't hit on your therapist.
Don't tell me how to therapize.
Or don't hit on anybody in the therapist's waiting room.
All right. Nope.
Don't hit on anyone on a plane. Everybody talks about joining the Mile High Club. But it can be terrible to try to meet somebody on a plane.
I generally don't hit on anybody ever.
No.
I let them come to me.
But it's also like, there's
Tacky.
tacky, you can get around tacky. I mean, if you kind of have, you can laugh it off if it's taken as tacky. But there's a skill to it. And a lot of people just go like a bull in a china shop because they're just playing the numbers anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
So they're like, well, I hit on 10 people. One of them, maybe I'll get a glance back. Never hit on anybody in the emergency room, they said.
See, this is the problem with like modern day dating. I think the courting period is gone because like I can't remember the last time I hit on someone naturally and then started a relationship from there. It's all been on like apps. Like I already know this person's gay. Like I know this person's interested in me because they swiped on me. It really has taken away the anxiety of, oh, is this person even gay? I don't want to embarrass myself. And it's like taking away the rejection part because I know I don't hit on people that aren't into me. It's weird. Like I used to sip seductively in the club, and now it's unnecessary. Now I just do it just to be nosy. I just want to see what people are doing and who's going to buy me a drink.
But it's also conceivable that you could meet someone somewhere and hit it off.
But they
You could walk over to someone. It's just that people are terrified of getting rejected.
But also people are, I mean, this sounds like an article written by somebody that gets hit on a lot, and you're just trying to live your life.
Well, it sounds corny though to hit on someone. Like to me, just thinking about how I would do it. If I'm at a bar, it would be clearly I'm gay, and so I'm like, so what are you into? Oh, that's so interesting. Oh, I really like that shirt on you.
But you wouldn't do that. Obviously, it's corny if you're like, did you fall from heaven? Because I mean, that stuff. That's like the crap where the guy in the disco shirt in the movie shows up, or the commercial. Everybody knows that, and it's weird to do it, but it still gets done.
I guess I don't know how to flirt naturally anymore. I'm
That's what I mean, though.
It's on the text.
It's
message,
because
but-
people don't get enough. They don't get enough practice. There is an art to it.
Yeah, the guys that come on to me, that's I know that they're trying to get at me, and it comes naturally. But me, it's not natural. I'm usually the person that they pursue rather than pursuing other people.
Yeah. Let me give you some money here. It's another keyword, another chance for you to grab $1,000, courtesy of the Buzzard Bookie. Listen closely and good luck.
This is your chance to bet with the Buzzard Bookie and win $1,000 now. Enter this nationwide keyword at WMMS.com. Green. That's green. Enter it now at WMMS.com.
Boy, the hits keep on coming, don't they? Near the top of the show, we were talking about how Sue Johansson passed away at 93. She was the Talk Sex with Sue lady up there in Canada, and then they did a spinoff here in the United States. You know who else has died?
Who now?
Joe Padot.
Joe Padot?
Joe Padot.
Joe Padot.
He was born and raised in Chicago, but he has lived in the Bay Area for decades. He was the guy who founded the company that made the Chia Pet and the Clapper. He was a marketing guy. They referred to him as an advertising genius. For all the money he made, he never clearly pointed any of it toward his dental care. Guy's teeth look like a yellow traffic light, but he was a guy who created the Chia Pet and the jingles and the Clapper. And if you remember those jingles, you can't believe. I mean, the products kind of sell themselves, but the jingles were so simplistic and ridiculous that you can't believe, they got stuck in your head. But you're like, wow, how did this guy get referred to as a genius by coming up with these dumb jingles?
There's a new pet. Chia pet.
Yeah, that's what the guy came up with. Chia. That's what made him his millions. That and the clapper.
Clap on, clap off. The clapper.
Yeah. So this guy's like, hey, I've got a great idea for these jingles. Oh, what is it? Clap on. Are you writing this down? Clap off. The clapper.
Got it.
Yep.
All right, I got it. Clap, 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 clap,
on,
the clapper.
clap off.
No. Listen to how I do it.
Okay.
Clap on.
Write it down.
Clap off.
Got it.
The clapper.
Okay. Reading it exactly how you wrote it. How you told me to do it.
Yeah.
It says, clap on. And he said, do it how I do it.
No, that's not part of the jingle. No, I'm sorry.
Write down everything that you said.
That's my fault. I'm sorry.
Okay, all right.
You did it verbatim.
Yeah.
No. Here's the jingle.
All right.
Clap on. Clap off. The clapper.
Okay. Clap off, clap on.
No. On comes first. Clap on.
Okay.
Clap all, because you can clap these things on.
Clap on, clap off. The clapper.
Right. So clap on, clap off. The
Got
clapper.
It. All right, got it.
Yeah.
Clap these things on and off.
No. It's you're not hearing me. It's clap on. You know what? Let's go back to Chia Pet. You write down the Chia Pet for me?
Right. We'll do
Okay. It's Chia.
There's a new pet. Chia pet.
Right. It's It's Chia.
Okay. I just wrote down Chia Pet.
Right. And then how's the jingle go?
Chia Pet.
No, not
There's a new pet.
Chia.
Oh, okay.
It's three chas.
You want me to write down the stutter?
You're never going to make it in this marketing genius world.
Wait, we're supposed to accent this kid's disability?
It's not a stutter. It's a jingle. Chia.
There's that stutter again.
Yeah, no. Anyway, Joe.
I'm just going to write down Chia.
Yeah, write that down. That's good.
Okay. So it'll just be, for when we do the final copy, it's just going to be Chia
Pet.
Yeah.
They never updated it. But he died at 91 on the West Coast. They called him an advertising mastermind because of his Chia Pet and clapper jingles. It's like the Gaffigan Hot Pocket bit.
Hot Pocket.
Do love that jingle. Yeah. You think they worked hard on that song? What do you got so far, Bill? Hot Pocket. That's good. That's very good. Not as good as your By Menon, but it's good. Now, what are we going to run in Mexico? Caliente Pocket. You've got a gift, my friend.
I like that.
Caliente Pocket.
There's no word for pocket in Spanish.
Caliente Pocket. Gaffigan, by the way, dropping a brand new hour on Amazon Prime Video next month. It's called Dark Pale. And it's going to drop on July 25th. He's getting ready to go out and doing dates with Seinfeld. When we were talking about this when they first announced it, they're doing arenas. And I said out loud, gee, I wonder if they'll sell these shows out, which sounded really stupid, but these are arenas.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they've added a second night at the United Center in Chicago. So Bill was 100% correct. Jerry Seinfeld and Jim Gaffigan are going out and doing literally like a half a dozen cities. So they're doing San Francisco and St. Louis, and closest to us would be the United Center in Chicago, November 9th and 10th. They added a second night. But the new Gaffigan Hour is called Dark Pale. That will be on Prime Video on July the 25th. His 10th comedy special.
That's so many specials.
Yep. Hey, Drunk Sue. We were just extolling your virtues here.
What are you talking about?
Exactly.
I don't have any virtues.
Yeah, you do. You're hiding your light under a bushel
I know.
basket. I know.
I know, right?
So you
No,
gave
I
your
just wanted to tell you-
you gave your grandson $5,000. That was money that your late daughter had left for you, and you earmarked it for your grandson's continuing education, or just to kind of give him a boost.
Yeah, yeah. It was a little bit over 50,000.
Wait, 50,000 or 5,000?
50.
She gave him $5,000 for graduating, but was left 50.
Oh, you
Well,
were
here's the
left
deal.
$50,000.
He has
Yeah.
a sister. He has a sister named Destiny, and half the money's each of their own. But the first thing they got to do is they got to graduate from high school, and they got to be 18. That's how you get the first 5,000.
So it's
I
like a
could have
trust
kept it all. I could have kept it all and not told nobody.
Well, this is what
But I didn't think
this
that
is
was
what we
right.
were this is what we were saying, that's very generous of you. We're not surprised by this, but I guess I didn't think of there was no reason I would have been aware, but I wasn't aware that your daughter had left $50,000 behind.
Well, it was actually 52, but I had to pay a lawyer.
I understand. Well, because she died
To set it
suddenly,
up.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was not. It wasn't planned, obviously, but
No, it was definitely not planned.
right. Well,
But
listen.
I showed the kids the current statement, and Destiny, the youngest one, she was like, "Oh my God, this is all our money."
Well, but
I'm
your
like,
kid,
"Yeah, honey."
but again, you're being a lot more transparent than a lot of other people in your position would be. It's all above board, and there's no hanky panky going on with it.
Oh no, that money's sat there, and all it's done is gained $2.23 interest every month.
Look at that; it's just sitting there. You should put it in an IRA or something. Put it in an index fund.
That's what I was thinking, but right now it's safe. It's fine. I don't
Okay.
have to worry about, gambling or nothing, or, like putting on stock market or something.
Right.
But
All right.
he is a very happy little camper today.
I imagine he is. Now,
Well, I'll tell you what.
do you just have the
I'll
two
tell you what.
grandchildren?
Yeah.
Okay.
But listen, my grandson, who just got his money today, overheard a conversation that when he turned 18 and he had to graduate, he would get $5,000. Well, his ears perked up because he wasn't doing very good in school. He wasn't doing no good. I don't care. Y'all can call it a bribe. You can call it whatever you want. But he graduated.
It was motivation. I think it worked.
There's nothing wrong with a financial incentive, Sue.
That's right.
That's what makes the world go round, is financial incentives.
But he did it. He even went to summer school to make sure he was caught up with his senior year.
There you go. Good. You got him where you
I'm so
want
proud
him.
of him.
Yeah, me too. Okay,
Yeah.
listen, congratulations, Sue. You're doing a hell of a job. She's utterly guileless. She's transparent. She's taking care of business. And,
Yeah.
well, we're pleased for you, Sue.
I just want to tell you about a happy grandson. That's all.
Right. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Sue.
All right. Love you guys.
Love you too. There's Drunk Sue. Really out there taking care of business. I've got to take a break here.